Right, with I would imagine a fairly happy, well-in-town assistant manager at Mike after a weird game, 6-3 victory, which is the main thing. I'm sure you're pulling your hair out at the goals in the first 10 minutes that put you 2 goals behind.
I've just said to Joel, funny enough, I wasn't nervous. I was frustrated with giving away 2 silly goals. We'd come out and I thought we just stood off. We wanted to see what they were doing. But we've literally let them play, let them do their shape. I thought we were very, very nervous. We didn't go and press them. We didn't go and engage with them. Literally let them attack us, attack the defence for 10 minutes. And 2 really, really frustrating goals. I think the first one's a handball, but we've not reacted to it. Once the ref's not giving it, just play. But we've not reacted to it, and they have, so fair play. And then the second one, I didn't think we got tight enough to any Constable, but it's a great finish. And you're suddenly 2-0 down, and I don't think we've even turned up. So I wasn't nervous because I knew we had something in our locker, but it's frustrating. And not the greatest way to start the season, but the way we came back in the first half, almost disappointed that we went 3-2 up by half time.
Obviously, 2-0 down after 10 minutes, a couple of minutes later, Ryan's grabbed one back.
Yeah.
That must calm the nerves in the whole team, the bench, everything.
Yeah, we've had it's a difficult pre-season because we've tested ourselves. 1, to raise the profile of the club, and 2, because we knew it was a jumping level. Even though a lot of the boys have played this level, we knew it was a jump mentally for the club and the teams we would be playing. We're used to steamrolling teams, is the way we like to play. We've been better in our own mentality compared to the opposition. So I think it's been difficult in pre-season because we've been under the cosh a lot, been on the back foot, we haven't been able to play our normal game. And I think that sort of crept in the first 10 minutes. And as I said, I knew once we'd settled down, we'd create chances. And the thing about Ryan Golding is he will get goals. He's got 3 today. I thought he could have had 5. He'll be disappointed he hasn't got more. But that's what he can do. He can get you a goal. And as you say, as soon as he's pulled one back, I think we've instantly looked like a weight off our shoulder, and we knew we could play at this level, and we knew we could play our game, and we could get at them. And I think it also put them on the back foot. But I think it was our work rate today as much as anything that created those chances and put them on the back foot and allowed us to play. You've got people like Enoch in the side and Lamar in the side and Sam Bailey who came on and Grant Brown who was on the bench and Mehmet who was on the bench and George who wasn't there today. They're all attacking players with a lot of flair and a lot of creativity, but it takes the hard work and the graft and the work rate to allow them to do that and to allow them to play that way. So I'm very, very pleased.
Not taking away their threat that they have, obviously they have got a threat. The first 10 minutes, 5 minutes in the second half, I thought we were the better side.
Yeah, do you know what, first 10 minutes we didn't do anything. First 5 minutes I thought we sort of sussed it out. I genuinely think we had a really, really good, solid 45 minutes. I think we maybe let them have 1 sniff in that second half and they've scored from it. So I think it was something for us to, me and Dimo will always say when we come in, we're always focused on the negative as soon as we get in. Like even a 6-3 win, we've said, right, we've got to learn from those 3 goals. And especially that goal in the second half, because we said at 4-2, I could see us getting a 5th. And if we got a 5th, it could have gone 5 or 6 or 7. But likewise, we knew they could.
They're sent in blood, aren't they?
Yeah, 4-3, they're attacking, and they've got some good players. And you know, Andy Constable can nick a goal, and I thought their right winger in particular in the second half was very, very good. So as soon as they've got that, they've got second wind. You know, they can sense that they can get something out of the game. So I think I just said just before we come out, there needs to be a bit more ruthless at the back as well. Like we're ruthless going forward. We will score goals and we want to punish sides, but we've got to be that at the back as well. We've got to not want to concede. We've got to have that real hate of conceding goals. But I think we'll get there. I think the team have come in. We're buzzing with a win, but I think we know what we haven't done well today, which is good. They're aware of what's not worked today, so it's getting there. I think it's very promising.
So it's more or less, it's a very similar squad to last year. You've not lost many players, you've added to it. Are you and Dimo happy with the squad you've got, that you can compete at the right end this year? Yeah. I think we always talk about wanting to do our work early, and I think we've worked really, really hard in the off season, working out what we would need, talking to the players we've got, talking to people that we would want to get in, and I think we're over the moon with the squad. And we always knew 1 or 2 would sort of come out of the woodwork as well, as they always do. And I think at the moment I'm confident in saying it's probably the best squad I've worked with. I think we're confident at this level, and we've always wanted to build to, not in an arrogant way, but we've always wanted to build to progress the club. So we've always wanted to be capable of challenging in this league and challenging in the next league if we get there. And so I think that's always been on our minds. So I think we're looking for a certain type of player, and I think the squad we've got at the moment we're over the moon with. We haven't got many weaknesses as far as we're concerned.
or gaps, you should say, in the squad.
You've got players that have played at this level and higher before, so they know they can play. Ryan Golding knows he can score at this level, and throughout the team you've got players that know they can play at this level. We'll move on to a midweek game. It's important to start well at home because you want home to be a fortress. Don't want to give up many points there. You're playing a side that I think they might come and have a go because they've had a big weight come off their shoulders recently, and they might see it's like a free pass to have a go against us on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I think Lewisham's they've always been a tricky side. They've always been a side that, they're fighting against the odds. I think it's a great club. They've always had a lot of good individuals down there. Whenever I've played them with any teams we've been with, they've always given us a game. We've always had one or two individuals that are clearly standing out in that side. We always fight for each other. You know what you're going to get. And as you say, early on in the season, I think a couple of weeks ago they didn't think they were going to exist. I think it's brilliant news that they've carried on because they've been around for forever. It's a great club. So I think you can't. I was going to say a cliche. No easy games, but I genuinely think there aren't any easy games. That's the thing about this level, is anyone can beat anyone. You never know who anyone's going to have at this stage of the season. You never know if anyone's made any sort of late signings and stuff. So it'll be an interesting game. We're certainly not counting our chickens. I think that's one thing we've always tried to instill in the boys, certainly in the previous levels, is no one's turning up just to let us roll them over. No one's turning up just to watch us entertain and play football. That everyone wants to take something off us, and they're going to work hard as anyone else will do, as Rochester did today. So,
well, I'm not sure whether the chairman actually put the link out, but he was planning on live streaming this today, so people may have watched it. But anybody that watches it and watches the highlights in the week, why should they come down on Wednesday and support Welling Town if they've never been to Vegas before?
Well, see me and Dimo for starters. We're entertaining. Do you know what? I think because we try to play an entertaining football. I think we know we'll concede chances. We know teams will create chances against us because we do want to attack. But we've got a never say die attitude. We've got a real good group of boys, quite a young group of boys as well. And they're genuinely just a real honest bunch. They want to play football. They want to play it the right way. They want to be professional. We try to be respectful, but we want to entertain. We've got players in there like Enoch and Lambs that have got a lot of flair and a lot of skill. And I enjoy watching it. I enjoyed the first half. I've enjoyed a lot of our games, which is difficult as an assistant manager or a coach. You're normally caught up in it or quite het up. But I've enjoyed watching this team and these boys grow. So I think if you're a neutral, it's as good as any ground and any team to come to, and the facilities are great. And as I say, me and Dimo do.
After the game?
Well, I think Kev's always got his car behind the bar, so it's free drinks all around.
Just say Kevin when you go to the bar.
Yeah. Say Kevin, put on his tab.
For anybody watching this, never been to Welling, come on Wednesday. Say Kevin at
straight
the bar
down.
And get a free drink.
Kevin at the bar, free drinks, plural.
Free drinks.
Free drinks. No, free drinks and food. So it's fine. It's all yours.
Brilliant start to the season today.
Cheers, Tom.
Plenty to work on.
Yeah, plenty to work on.
But we know we can play at this level now, and it's something to kick on from.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's given us the perfect base to go and kick on from. So it's in our own hands at the moment in terms of how we progress and how we take things on. So yeah, we're really pleased.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Tom. Thanks.